Hi, I'm Jack from legalexpert.co.uk. We are personal injury claims specialists. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we offer a no-win, no-fee service. In this video, I'm going to be looking at no-win, no-fee hand injury compensation claims. I'll be taking a look at whether or not you can claim, how to claim, and how much you may be entitled to by looking at personal injury compensation amounts if you've been involved in an accident which has resulted in an injury to your hand. So that's personal injury compensation, how much you may be entitled to, and how to claim. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments, and if you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up button, as this will help us see what type of content people find helpful. Our hands are one of the most used parts of our bodies, and the majority of us rely on them a huge amount. But if your hands become injured in an accident, this type of injury can have a huge impact on how you live your life. The good news is, if your hand injury was caused due to the negligence of others, then you may be entitled to compensation. So, how do you begin the process of claiming for a hand injury? Well, in order to bring a claim for an accident resulting in a hand injury, we recommend that you reach out to a no-win, no-fee personal injury claims solicitors that has experience in dealing with hand injury claims. The good news for you is that we at legalexpert.co.uk are happy to offer you a completely free, no obligation consultation where we'll talk through the accident with you in order to help you establish just what your options are. You can speak to us whenever you'd like, as we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 0800 652 7676, or visit our around the clock live chat service at legalexpert.co.uk. If you'd like to know what the typical payout for a personal injury hand injury compensation amounts are, we'll shortly be taking a look at hand injury claim amounts, but it's important that you bear in mind that these figures are for your hand injuries alone and do not include any additional sums for things like loss of income from time off work or any other expenses that you may have incurred because of your hand injury accident. In order to get a fuller idea of just how much may be claimed, we recommend that you reach out to us, as we'll be able to use our soft tissue injury compensation calculator, as well as any specific accident type calculators like our workplace injury compensation calculator, to give you a good idea of how much may be claimed in total. Following this consultation, we will talk through your hand compensation injury claim with you. If we believe that we're able to assist you, we may offer to represent you on a no-win, no-fee basis. This means that there won't be any upfront fees, and most importantly, if your case was to lose, then there's not a penny to pay. Now, as promised, let's take a look at personal injury compensation amounts for a hand injury in our compensation claim amount table. In front of us we have the table for hand injuries, and for total or effective loss of both hands, this is a serious injury. You could expect to receive anything from £112,100 all the way up to £160,600. Then for serious damage to both hands, you could expect to receive anything from £44,550 right the way up to £67,410. Then for total or effective loss of one hand, you could expect to receive anything from £76,650 right the way up to £87,410. Then for amputation of index and middle and or ring fingers, you could expect to receive anything from £49,350 right the way up to £72,330. Then for serious hand injuries, you could expect to receive anything from £23,110 right the way up to £49,350. For less serious hand injury, you could expect to receive anything from £11,520 right the way up to £23,110. Then for a moderate hand injury, you could expect to receive anything from £4,640 right the way up to £10,580. For minor hand injuries, you could expect to receive anything from £730 right the way up to £3,460. For severe fractures to fingers, you could expect to receive anything up to £29,290. For total loss of index finger, you could expect to receive anything in the region of £14,930. For partial loss of index finger, you could expect to receive anything between £9,700 right the way up to £14,930. For fracture of index finger, you could expect to receive anything between £7,270 right the way up to £9,760.
For total loss of middle finger, you could expect to receive anything in the region of £12,460. For serious injury to ring or middle fingers, you could expect to receive anything between £11,890 right the way up to £13,020. For loss of terminal phalanx of the ring or middle fingers, you could expect to receive anything between £3,150 right the way up to £6,260. For amputation of little finger, you could expect to receive anything between £6,890 right the way up to £9,760. For loss of part of little finger, you could expect to receive anything between £3,150 right the way up to £4,670. For amputation of ring and little fingers, you could expect to receive something in the region of £17,380. For amputation of the terminal phalanges of the index and middle fingers, you could expect to receive something in the region of £19,920. For middle finger injuries, you could expect to receive something up to £3,790. For loss of thumb, you could expect to receive anything between £28,310 right the way up to £43,710. For very serious injury to thumb, you could expect to receive anything between £15,620 right the way up to £27,910. For serious injury to the thumb, you could expect to receive anything between £10,040 right the way up to £13,360. For moderate injuries to the thumb, you could expect to receive anything between £7,700 right the way up to £10,040. For severe dislocation of the thumb, you could expect to receive anything between £3,150 right the way up to £5,410. For minor injuries to the thumb, you could expect to receive something up to £3,150. For trivial thumb injuries, you could expect to receive anything up to £1,760.
I'd like to emphasise that these figures are the amounts that you may receive solely as an award for the injury itself, and does not include the amount of any loss of income from time off work or any expenses you've incurred or may incur as part of your compensation sum, which means that the amount of your claim is likely to be larger. Once again, if you found this video helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button, as this will help us see what type of content people find helpful. Thanks.
Of course, the circumstances of each incident are never the same, and whether or not you believe you have a valid claim, it's always advisable that you speak to an expert on the matter. So if you'd like further assistance, we are personal injury claims specialists. We offer free, friendly advice on no-win, no-fee compensation claims, so there's not a penny to pay if you lose. Get the maximum compensation that you deserve. We're rated 4.8 out of 5 stars, and we have specialist solicitors with up to 30 years experience. It'll only take just a couple of minutes for our team, who'll be happy to answer any questions you may have to help establish whether or not you have a valid claim. Call now on 0800 652 7676 or visit our live chat service at legalexpert.co.uk. Don't forget to subscribe, as we'll be uploading helpful videos just like this one on a regular basis. You can also check out one of our recommended videos or head over to legalexpert.co.uk, where you can read community questions on our forum, get free advice from our live chat, read articles and seek assistance for compensation on a no-win, no-fee basis with your personal injury claim.